boys. Just calm down. We don't need to throw punches just yet.
I just watched 3 premierships in 4 years just to watch this shit again.
Big angry men who run around in fashion bodies.
If I see anyone complain or say that they can swap Martinelli for Matt and Mbappe, that's their truth.
I'm just dreaming of bees.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the Uneducated Nuffies. You might be wondering why there's a monitor in the corner of the screen and some headphones on.
Because we're conjoining.
We're conjoining. Someone's still away, but they're joining us from, where are you?
I'm in a place called Victor Harbour.
Yeah.
It's an hour south of Adelaide. It's like the way I explain it, it's like the Mornington Peninsula of Adelaide.
Is the beach is nice down there? Is it good weather? What's the go?
So yeah, I'm obviously in Victor Harbour. The weather's okay. It hasn't been the greatest. The weather's hit a bit of a rain forecast. It's a bit cloudy, but there's beaches here. It's quite nice. It's like a very coastal sort of holiday area, I feel. It's been quite fun down here for work, obviously. We're here for, I think, another 2 days, and then we head off to Kangaroo Island. So, travelling around South Australia, it's actually not too bad of a place that I thought it was going to be.
What about Adelaide? Was Adelaide the city good, or is it boring as everyone says it is?
Okay, Adelaide as a city is actually quite nice, but the nightlife there's fuck all.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
What a surprise.
It's very dead.
Did you go to church?
No, I didn't confess my sins.
Okay.
I went to a lot of pubs. I've been on a drinking
Shock
tangent.
horrors.
It's been
Shock.
quite nice. Well, what am I supposed to do when I'm going to wineries every day?
Okay, great time to take a drink as well.
Yeah.
Not even to entertain.
Yeah,
them.
I'm over here. It's good. It's good fun. I'm enjoying my time over here. I'm here for another week and a half, I think. And get back on the 15th, I think, is my return date.
Yeah. So we got one more.
If I'm aware.
We got this one and then one more BTEC
One more.
recording to do, and then we're back normal altogether.
All in
Yeah,
the
and then I'm
room.
away for one more week. I'm back 1 week, then I'm away the week after.
God, traveling, man.
God.
Easy, man. Enough about me, guys. How was your weekends?
Well, I didn't do too much. We'll talk about something later.
Yep, we did work together Saturday night.
But otherwise, I didn't do too much. So I made a list. All right.
I like when you make lists.
Now this one is
Good list.
my top 5 most influential FIFA YouTubers of all time.
Ooh.
It's a good list.
I've got a list in mind that I think it was going to be, so I'll let you know what I think, if it's correct or not.
All right, I'm going to do some honorable mentions first. Gomph was the creator of Black versus White, and many other great ones. Fangs, which is a female FIFA
Frank
YouTuber.
was great. Yep.
She was very much a feature of these channels. JMX, we all know
I was about
why.
to say, Jane Max and Fangs used to have some great content.
Yep.
Yep.
Some great content. Chris MD didn't make it into top 5, but he is honorable mentions.
I think he's more football.
No,
than
you know
football.
what? I agree with that, because he wasn't really a FIFA YouTuber. He's more of a challenge YouTuber.
Yeah. Ronaldinho's recruitment nearly got him in, but it didn't. It didn't, not enough. Matt HD Gamer, absolute legend of the early days. And then Bateson for being bald.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Now let's go to the top 5. Number 5, Rhoda Shaw.
Low.
It's
Yep, good call.
it's low, but I'll give the reason why. Number 1, the only good thing was pack openings.
Yeah, nothing better than packing Ronaldo
Yeah.
than throwing a chair at your TV.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Broke.
that's iconic.
Number 4, Castro was one
Yeah,
of the,
good call.
one of the pioneers of North American / Mexican FIFA playing, and
He was sort of the last great FIFA YouTuber too.
or you're forgetting a few.
Oh yeah,
He was one that took it from YouTube to streaming. That's the last.
Yeah,
the
that's
last
true.
of that.
Yeah.
Number 3, Chew Boy. Big.
okay.
Created basically the player review system, which was a big thing in FIFA for like 4 or 5 years. Not the case anymore. Number 2. Now this was tough. These two are both the titans of FIFA YouTube. They're
I know who they are. You are correct.
number 2, Spencer FC.
Yeah, good call.
EA's favorite person of all time. made a whole football team from it.
Yeah. It's,
Yep. Hashtag FC.
took it
Yeah.
far.
Took it very far. And number one,
The original pioneer, the GOAT.
the GOAT,
Has to be.
Rose of
Has to
Division 1, KSI,
Ah.
basically spurred half of these YouTubers on. So
Yep. Whole generation of content.
He's the
produced.
reason that the FIFA YouTube scene and the British YouTube scene is as big as it is today. It's because of that man.
oh, for sure.
Yeah. Some of those videos. Hazard.
Hazard. Mama pack Hazard. Mama got a Hazard.
Remember he had the beef with what's that football player?
Oh.
He used to abuse the shit out of him.
Heskey.
Yeah, Heskey.
Yeah, Emil Heskey.
And Akinfenwa, Beast.
No, but that wasn't an abuse. That was
That
just
was
that was
friendship.
admiration.
Yeah, that was just a bit.
That was straight love.
Yeah.
No, the best one was when he's in Copper 9. He went to the Netherlands and then started doing some freaky stuff in a clog.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Trees never forget.
We never forget it.
All right, Jim, how was your weekend outside of when we were together?
Yeah, no, pretty good. One thing do have to get adjusted to back here in Victoria though is daylight savings. Takes a toll on your body when you're waking up in the morning. An hour earlier than what your body feels like it should be. I was actually out on Saturday night late, and I went from 1:59 to 3 a.m.
That was fun.
Yeah, moved time. So that's pretty much all I did apart from us hanging out on the weekend. So got nothing else to report.
Fair enough.
Oh, friends.
Go back. You're an Adelaide loser.
By the boundary umpire. There is a pig at full forward.
You need to calm down.
Go to Pines! Come on! I'm from Maui! Do a push-up with them on top of you, Jakey!
It's officially silly season now in the AFL. We're a week post the grand final now, and now it's time for the funniest time of the year for the AFL, in my opinion. Free agency, all sorts of incredible sources.
Oh, some great sources coming out right now.
Your dad's best mate's cousin's dogs found out that Shark is going to Gold Coast. We're here, and we're going to go over because it's been a busy time. It's loud.
This one's the busiest one in a long, long time.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely ridiculous how many people are going to be leaving. Mainly because one club's decided that they're just going to have everyone leave.
Melbourne.
Yeah,
I think, yeah.
they've been shopping everyone.
Mhm.
Also, Brisbane had free leave in the first day.
Yeah. Brisbane obviously feels a bit different.
Yeah,
though.
but they've also picked up too. What's a pretty good get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be in there. Obviously going to be very fine. with
I
how
think
good they
for
are.
the 3 they've lost and the 2 they've got, they've still won this trade period already.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Only, well, because one of the players that's left is someone who wasn't getting a game anyway. And then you've had 2 players.
Yeah,
2 solid role
and one of them
players.
is wrong. Yeah, and they fixed their forward issue. We'll get onto that. Why don't we start with Brisbane, actually? The 2 confirmed trades. Sam Draper, obviously, to Brisbane has been confirmed.
Yep.
And then it's days away from Oscar Allen being confirmed also.
Yep. That paperwork
So there's
will come
2 great
through.
gets for them.
Yeah, that's great.
Hmm?
Obviously, if Draper gets on the park, that's a ruck issue solved.
Yeah, especially with big news that we'll come back to it in the end of this.
Yep.
But yeah, Draper mid as a ruck forward if needed be. Gets to play. If they're obviously using probably as the main ruck, seeing that Darcy 4 isn't going to be the number 1 option.
Yeah, Draper's a little better than Darcy Ford.
Yeah, but I didn't mind Darcy Ford as an option for them at least. It was like the Geelong Stanley style thing. I reckon it's going to come into a bit of a renaissance here. The shit ruckmen are going to get a game now.
Is that a thing because you're ruck left?
Well, Mark Pitney will do great.
Oh, God.
Oh god.
He did win the best clubman at the. No, I reckon. Well, you look the 2 teams who were in the grand final both had ruckmans who were mediocre players, and they got to a grand final. So that's got to be something, Satan, towards that being an idea.
It may be a thing. They are also both getting rucks this off-season.
Yeah, if you've noticed that.
With
Yeah, I have
who's
noticed.
on the way to Geelong. But yeah, it could be a thing. Especially now the ruck game will change now with the centre bounce being scrapped.
Yeah, especially that. But also think about it like this, right? Geelong and Brisbane are pretty good around their ruckman.
Yeah, they don't really rely on a ruck.
They accommodate for their issues. So
Yeah.
St Kilda
The biggest spenders,
so far.
well, they will be.
The war chest has finally
They
come
could,
out.
They could spend no more dollars than they're going to spend over the next 2 days and still be the biggest spenders by the end of this.
Oh, for sure. So De Koning, Silvani, and Flanders basically confirmed nominating St Kilda. Wow This was supposed to be the war chest last year, McCluggage. Who else was in that last year?
Well, they tried for Callahan at the start of this year. I don't remember who else they really went for last year. It wasn't too much.
They were trying their best, but nothing really came up.
Yeah, they never gone for Jack McRae. So
This is decoding, big get, massive get. His post for announcing his time at St Kilda. Very good, very wholesome.
yeah, well, we found out he's obviously a Saints fan growing up. So back to the boyhood club. On the flip side of that, Silvani leaving his boyhood club to go play.
So his dad can be happy when he watches him play.
Yeah. His dad can now smile.
Yeah, we're happy in seeing him in the Saints colours.
Oh,
Because it's been quite funny seeing the Carlton Facebook pages of those two.
How are they going?
Oh, mixed reviews. A lot of the more probably targeted at Silvani, if anything.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
Because
yeah. Look, if I was Tom DeConnie, I wouldn't be turning down the money he's getting either.
Yeah, no.
Huge
it's
contract.
too hard to,
Yeah,
especially at his age. And look, when you get guarantees like those, I can tell you right now, if I got offered that money to go play AFL, I'd take that in a heartbeat.
I think anyone would.
Yeah.
So that was obviously lodged on the first day. Carlton get good compensation for it though. Getting
Yeah, what pick
9?
Pick 9?
pick 9 for Tom DeConnie, and then you get pick 19 for Silvani. That's
That's too good comment. That's perfect for what we need too, because we need to get
Youth.
not cap space. We need to get the points to get father sons for both Harry Dean and Andrew Walker's son. What's his name?
Cody.
Whatever his name is. Yeah, Cody Walker.
next year, and then Harry Dean this year. I think he's meant to be a top 10 pick anyway. So Carlton will land him now. So I think Carlton probably come out on a good side of this one as well.
Yeah, we do.
That's all right. Other news of who's already signed. We've had official news of James Wobble to Geelong.
Yep.
We've known that the whole year.
Yep.
He was lodged today. Charlie Spargo to North. That one's quite funny.
It's very funny.
That was quite interesting. I
His
was a bit shocked by that.
His dad played for North, which is funnily enough. So
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah.
Yep. So that's the basis behind that move.
Yeah, not that North fans really cared.
Yeah, North they're in the stage of actually wanting a big name player.
Yeah. So
they're North, so they won't do it.
yeah. Jacob Weir's gone to Port.
Huge.
Known that for a while, but big get. We'll see how it goes for our future of theirs. And Fiorini to Essendon.
Mm-hmm.
Not fully signed
Is that
yet.
confirmed?
It's not signed yet, but
Not confirmed, but Essendon will trade for him, and it's only going to be a 3rd round pick or something like that.
Yeah, so
at this stage, so
it will happen.
cheap option.
It's a nice. It's a good game.
Yeah.
It helps bolster that midfield a bit more.
Yeah, it does, and they're going to need that depth. Also, he met with.
I think you guys should also go for. I like the rumor of you guys going for Mason Cox too. I think that's a
Nope.
great get.
That's a good.
Nope.
That's a great get.
No thanks.
That's Hey, you should take him, so we don't have any instincts to take him back.
Nope.
I think it should be a first round compensation for losing Cox.
I think it's number 1 pick, really.
All right, so cool.
Talking about that though, Myercheck has officially gone to Melbourne.
Yep. I think we knew that was happening a couple of weeks ago.
When he broke down crying in the prelim.
It's going to be interesting to see how Collingwood try and fill that void.
Charlie Kerner. No.
No, Charlie's not going to go to Collingwood.
Yeah, he's not a close look. Kerner will go to.
Shut up, Xander.
Yeah, no. Interesting. Also, Melbourne finally get a forward, a reliable forward as well. So they might actually get some goals out of someone that isn't Bailey Fritsch.
Yeah.
I think it's also going to help Van Rooyen to actually learn from a more veteran forward who's been doing it for a while. Because he's had to sort of just learn it himself. He hasn't had that guidance. So that will help him in itself too.
Yeah, spot on. Yeah.
All right, let's go for the room mill because the rumors are plenty.
It's great.
So Starcevic, Tyler Young, and Devin Robertson all to the Eagles. Great work, Eagles. That's one competent player. And the two others.
Starcevic.
Yeah, and Starcevic, yep.
Starcevic does come with a risk, though, with this concussion issue he's had this year and the last couple of years. So you hope he can be right, because if he gets on the field, he'll actually be a key asset for the Eagles down back, which is where they need the most help. So
yeah.
And then Tyler Young as well, they need a fullback. So a bit of development.
It's still not a good one.
Not a good one, but it's better than what they got. So
anything's better than what they got.
You may as well just get the players in whilst you can.
Cal Archie is going to be going to Adelaide. with his free agency.
That's actually a really good get. I like that one.
Massive get, especially seeing that he just won his back-to-back flags and has been probably one of the best players in all three of their grand finals. So
He was very good on this grand final. Yeah.
Yeah. No, just the premiership experience. Bringing that over to a list like Adelaide, who are going to be contending. A guy who knows how to play in the big games, and there are more of them. So I like that one.
Rowan Marshall. Now, we all know that De Koning was going to force him out.
Yep.
They tried to say it wouldn't. It was going to. So Rowan Marshall has requested to go to Geelong.
Now, how does that happen?
So he's going to be on 400,000 a year, but then somehow he offered a land for 200K that's got 50 acres of that, or somehow automatically gets a house built on it.
I think that he gets 4 Cotton On franchises.
It's usually how it works down there. Because, I'm not sure how they facilitate that one, if he's got a big deal.
Do not know.
Geelong will find a way with like a picket.
They'll find a way. They've got enough money there because they'd always underpay a lot of their players.
Yes, they do. There's the thing.
We'll come back to one in a second. Broderick is going to the Bulldogs from the Gold Coast.
Yep.
Unhappy being used to the forward when he's a defender. I'm not sure why that's a big complaint, but anyway.
Yeah, maybe a call to come home or something. I'm not sure.
Probably. Is that which Strong is this?
Jai Sarong.
I was gonna say
Caleb Strong's not moving.
It's about to say that's Jai Sarong.
Yeah, Jai Sarong is leaving Hawthorn. Obviously, key backstocks.
I don't think Caleb Sarong is getting out of Freo anytime soon.
for Chad, maybe.
2 years.
Oh,
Nah.
I don't see them facilitating that. Nah.
Nah. Yeah, so Jai Sarong, obviously, key backstocks at Hawthorn are now full to the brim with the guys they brought in this year. So he's just in the wings. So go to Sydney. They're pretty low on key defenders with the way they're stocked up at the moment. So good move for him to get into this time in 22.
Now, the big one. Christian Petrarca wants to take his talents to the Gold Coast.
That's actually huge.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to go to the Burley Pub every Saturday night?
Well, if a certain someone's going up there, maybe not.
Mention that one in a minute because that's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Yeah. Now, that was huge for Gold Coast. Obviously, Petrarca went to Adelaide first for a meeting with the Crows. That all happened. A couple of days later, he went up to the Gold Coast to, I think, meet with Noah Anderson and Dimmer.
Yeah.
Were the two people he was meeting with. And then, once he comes out, he's picked his request to go to Gold Coast.
I am surprised he's chosen Gold Coast for his role.
Well, who do you think what team would you say is closer to a flag out of the two of them then?
I'd say Gold Coast.
Gold Coast now.
Yeah, right now it's Gold Coast.
Mm-hmm. But so he would have gone to, both the ones I would have seen him go is like, where am I more likely to be successful and win a flag? And I would have said the same thing. I reckon Gold Coast are in a more stable position and I reckon have the better list to be able to compete for a flag than Adelaide.
Well, my thing would be is that if Adelaide got Petrarca, that's the different side player. I would have them a bit further forward. Plus, they have Tex one last year.
That's the same with Gold Coast though. Gold Coast didn't really have any good high pressure small forwards up the ground.
Yeah, he'll be that link that will be able to play midfield and then go forward and kick goals. Because their midfielders are as great as their midfielders are, they don't have like the ability to go rest forward and kick goals. Whereas Petrarca is that.
Imagine a midfield bounce of Raul, Anderson, and Petrarca.
Poor Took.
Yeah, Took rolls in as a second midfielder.
That's unfortunate.
Also, it's not a bounce anymore; it's a throw up.
Yeah, come on, mate. No more centre bounces. You need to start learning now. Now it's time to keep a watch for a few of these names.
Yeah,
the big ones.
There's some big fish.
I watch.
Charlie Curnow.
Yep.
We have talked about this for a while now.
Shut up.
No, it's true.
Stop.
Does a deal get done for Charlie Curnow?
No. I don't think either two of the teams will be able to suffice an offer. Because Carlton are in the front seat here.
Yeah, no, Carlton.
He's contracted to 2029. It's a Petrarca issue last year all over again.
Yeah.
So surely there's a way he can get out of his contract.
No, I'm honestly.
I think because he hasn't like specifically requested the trade, he sort of just bolstered the idea. I don't see him leaving.
Yeah, I think right now it's probably a 70-30 way of him staying. I'm leaning closer just due to the deal and what the two teams that are in the race, which is Geelong and Sydney. can offer. I just don't think it'll be enough to suffice with all the factors going on.
But you never know.
Never know. It's still a possibility, but we are closer to him still being a Carlton next year.
Watch McInerney in a
I
first.
don't see a deal happening in the time frame of this trade window.
Will Hayward, I think he's come out and said if
Well,
that's that, I don't want to leave. But if
Someone will
that's-
get a flick.
Yeah, if it will be a big
It'll
name.
be it has to. You have to give something at least decent for Charlie.
Yeah, no, there won't be.
Even though you do say he's a freaky man, he's a 2-time Coleman medalist and he's in his prime.
No, he is still a top 5 forward in the comp, to key forward in the comp when he's on. So it will be a serious get back for what Carlton get if it does happen.
Next one, Zach Merritt to Hawthorn.
Yes, this one's getting weirder by the day. I think
It's getting dirtier.
I think this one's more likely than the Kerno one, but I still reckon it's a 50-50 trade.
I'm honestly agreeing with you. Probably about a week ago, I would have said he's going to go to Hawthorn. I'm pretty sold on that happening. The fact that, today the trade period opened and no trade request has come through.
And then the way he spoke at your BNF as well leads me to think that if a deal, he's trying to almost save himself if a deal doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was very ChatGPT media PR speech.
Yeah.
The way it was
He's
said.
well media trained.
Well, he is. He's been around long enough.
He'll probably be in the media for a bit after he finishes. So
I think, it's very 50-50. Obviously, Essendon's stance is absolutely no way. That's not happening. And the no request putting in. It's almost, again, like with Kerno, if Merritt does get traded, Essendon's going to get a fair bit back from Hawthorn.
That's been the issue. I reckon Hawthorn won't want to give up any of their assets.
The thing is, they seem to think that Henry Housewaite in the first round pick will get it done.
No, that's not going to happen.
I don't. That's not going to
Don't
happen.
You need more. You need more than that.
If I'm Essendon, I'm asking for like a Mitch Lewis as like the minimum player that I want to get.
That's a good get. I'd go him and then another person at first.
Yeah, I was going to say, what about Housewaite Lewis in the first?
That would be a deal that will probably be enough for Essendon because it gives them a key forward and a midfielder as well as a pick, which they've already got a lot of picks. So
But after his finals performance, does Mitch Lewis save his spot now?
probably does. They wouldn't after that prelim.
Would you take Chol?
No, I wouldn't.
No. We'll go through some of the smaller ones now, just to quickly get through some. Reedy to Carlton. You happy?
That will
Reedy?
happen.
Yeah.
Backup ruck stock.
It's a backup ruck. It's a good backup ruck.
Could be first seeing that Mark Pitney's shit.
No, Pitney's going in.
He may play.
He may play.
Strength will start.
Will Brodie to Port, joining up with Carl, who was his, I think, midfield coach back in the day.
Yeah, he needs to get a free.
Yeah, that will happen.
Doesn't get a game, so get a game in the midfield that's not going to be very good next year.
Yeah. Cool. Lee Collier to St Kilda. It's confirmed he wants to go to
That will
St
happen.
Kilda.
Yep.
Yeah, and then on incredible money for his where he's at in his career. So
Yeah. Same with Liam Ryan
yes,
heading on to St Kilda as well.
that one sort of died down, but that will happen.
That will happen at some stage.
Mm.
West Coast will take anything. Ainsworth.
This is weird. This one. He was out of his last year of his contract last year. Essendon was sniffing around for him actually for a little bit. Then he signed a long-term deal with Gold Coast. So it's weird that it's come out that he wants to move again.
I think it's probably because he's going to get forced out of his team if Petrarca comes, because they'll play Petrarca as a mid forward and his spot will be up for
So
grabs.
is he part of a Melbourne trade then?
I think it'll be a Melbourne trade. Or if not, he'll be used for assets for a Petrarca trade.
Okay.
Clayton Oliver. This is where he's like getting bigger again.
Third year in a row.
Yeah. All sparked off before, well, obviously his exit meeting being told to look somewhere else by Stephen King. Then goes to the airport. Sorry, can you please stop moving the camera? Good kind of lag too.
Yeah.
Anyway, gets to the airport. Mitch Cleary is there to ask him about his future, and he has an absolute fit.
Yeah, he was not happy.
Going to Sydney to go for a holiday.
Sure,
mate. Sure. So he met with the Giants.
Yeah.
So it's looking likely between Giants and Collingwood, surprisingly enough.
Yeah. How would you feel like Clayton Oliver?
Well, look, probably a good pair for Nick Dacos. Like get
Yeah.
someone who's a bit more in and under.
Him and DeGoey would have good nights out.
Oh.
No, De Goey's a father.
Yeah, to go, he's a mature man now.
That's
Yeah.
not going to stop him.
He's like Jack Chris. He's in fatherhood now. Beforehand, in his heydays. But I wouldn't be too mad, but I don't know what we'd give up for him. But 700K of his salary being paid by Melbourne.
Yeah, that's a serious indication of how much they want him off the books.
They want to get rid of him.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had enough of the whole saga.
For sure. Quick couple of Carlton ones, so you'll get happier.
Hey.
Campbell Chesser and Buku Kamas, both on the way. Both.
Buku, I want Buku.
You don't want Chesser, man? You were so excited when you heard about it beforehand.
Yeah, but Buku's better. I love Buku.
Yeah, no surprise.
So I'm into our mate.
Yeah, no surprise that Buku's made a move. Really kept any force out of a dog's team.
Oh, it was always going to happen.
Yeah,
It was.
Bevo's not going to play him, so he can come play for in Carlton's back line.
yeah, he'll actually be decent backline because you need someone that isn't Nick Haynes to help Jacob Wiedering.
Yeah, someone who can actually
Correct.
last a whole season.
Jump and run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be good.
Now, Jack Steele.
Yeah,
What an awful week for him. Stepped down as captain after one day in before the trade period.
yeah.
Hasn't officially requested a trade yet and wants to stay at the club, but will be happy to leave as well.
Yeah.
I reckon he'll end up in the West.
You reckon?
Yep, he'll be either West Coast or Fremantle is my guess.
That's a interesting one. I don't think Freo's going to get anyone really this off season.
I'll be West Coast then.
My pick would be Adelaide. I think Adelaide will be still in the market for a midfielder. It's not.
I just don't think that's not the midfielder they're after though, is it?
Yeah, but at some stage you have to take a loss and go with someone else.
Yeah, but this is Jack McRae to St Kilda all over again.
A little bit different. Adelaide are actually competing for a flag, whereas St Kilda are competing for 15th.
Not anymore, but yes.
Not anymore, but this year they were.
like a Bombers be in for Jack Steele, maybe
Maybe some veteran leadership if someone goes.
if Merrick goes.
So-
and just having some more experience to
Could be
guide
the
the Coles
case.
and the Durhams, maybe.
Now, the two funniest ones. So this could be going one way, going from Gold Coast to Melbourne, one going from Melbourne to Gold Coast. So Jamara has been talking with the Gold Coast
Yes.
to head off, go to the Burley Pav each weekend.
Oh,
Now, Tom Morris had a great take for this one. It will happen as long as he agrees to move into Dimmer's house and live with Dimmer.
What?
Great take, Tom.
That can't be real.
But if Jamara goes to the Gold Coast, because it'll be for peanuts, it's unfair. It's just unfair.
if they get Jamara and Trika, we could generally be talking about they could be a potential flag contender favourite next year.
Oh yeah, if it shoots them up to flag contention, if all those pieces go right.
Yeah.
Now I think Jamara's deal right now is like board level, which is obviously means being ticked off by like high ends of the club. It would be a 2-year deal from what I know.
Yeah.
The clauses in the contract would be interesting about what they can.
It'll be heavily incentivized and it'll be heavily.
You can only be at the Burley Pav once a week.
That's tough.
That's
tough for any
a
of us.
tough. I wouldn't be able to
I'd
do
struggle with that if I lived in the Gold Coast.
that.
Yeah.
But it'll be very much like the Jake Stringer, depending on stuff.
Yeah, there was.
Oskin fault.
Yeah, there's different sort of clauses in the contract for him and his performance. But yeah, very interesting watch.
Very interesting watch. On the other end, Bailey Humphrey.
This one's wild.
So out of nowhere, Bailey Humphrey starts meeting with clubs.
Okay, so his management and his player manager comes out saying, "Nope, not meeting anyone." And then that photo of him with new Melbourne coach Stephen King
Yeah.
and Nathan Jones comes out of him walking through a street in Melbourne.
Yeah. Then he also meets with Collingwood,
And then today he meets with Hawthorn.
which is ridiculous. Carlton
Very
were originally in the talks, but has not met with Carlton yet, and I doubt he'll go there.
Yeah.
He's looking to go to a contender, which will probably
Calm down. We can contend.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
Melbourne a contender?
No,
that's why I'm saying he's not going to go there.
It's just that he'll be likely, if it was the case, he wants to go to Melbourne. It makes it a lot easier because Petrarca can facilitate it.
Correct.
Yeah.
But just wild that this one's coming out after what was a really good season from him this year as well.
Yeah, it's an interesting move, considering the Gold Coast are on the way up, and he's not like he's going to be on the edge of a 22. He's a starting player.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
I don't see how Collingwood would get him either. The only way this would have worked is if Elliot had chosen to move.
The only way it could happen,
in, but
the only way it could happen, because we haven't gone father son this year for McGuan, so it would be all the picks we have for the next 5 years.
Wouldn't put that beyond Collingwood, would you?
No,
And Mason Cox.
no, it'd have to be like a
Tom Mitchell.
Well, this is the thing, right? This is the one thing I heard, and it's with the Bobby Hill trade rumors. So if you haven't heard, Bobby Hill could possibly go back out west. The rumor was that we would send Bobby Hill to West Coast. West Coast would send a pick that they've got in compensation to Gold Coast, and we send an extra asset to the Gold Coast to get Bailey Humphrey.
Yeah. A lot of these trades are going to have to be multi-team trades.
Yeah.
Which is the way of the future, really, for the AFL. We've seen it over the last few years be implemented.
We're the NBA now.
Yeah, we're becoming more of a business sport than
It's woke.
It's okay.
Great.
Before we move on, I want to touch on one more thing coming out of this week. Bring it AFLW quickly. North Melbourne just won their 20th game in a row.
Yeah, that's wild.
Now, the only
This is
concern,
crazy.
the only concern I have is that in 2022, this was the same thing we were talking about Melbourne in the AFL.
No, this is different.
Yeah, but North Melbourne
don't-
aren't slowing down.
Yeah, they win games by 10
And
plus goals every week.
Considering that they beat Sydney, who were considered to be a good competitor, by 68 points, and Ash Riddell broke her record again and had 45 disposals.
I think Essendon's done the best against the North so far, and they lost by 30 points.
Their percentage is literally 329.
Yeah, that is...
That's
They've
good.
kicked 613 points and only conceded 186.
That's ridiculous.
That's great.
That is absurd.
Yeah, no, they are a lock to win the flag again, I'd say.
I think so.
Yep. I think you'll be shocked if they do. I think they got this. I think it's this week. No, they play Richmond. They're going to pump Richmond. They play Melbourne in the next couple of weeks. Will probably be the one game they could lose.
Yeah, Melbourne's the other
Besides
team.
that, Melbourne's the only team who can really compete with them.
Yeah, no. They are runaway favourites.
So like Hawthorn and Carlton were around that 4th and 3rd mark, and even they got thumped by them.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, they are straight ahead of the league. One of the most dominant teams in sport right now.
Oh, ridiculously dominant. Anyway, one last piece of news before we head on to team reviews for the year. Big O,
What a man.
what a man! After getting his proper medal, has retired with his knee injury. What a player!
Yeah,
Out
absolute
of all time.
battler story. Coming through the ranks, didn't play any like TSC Cup football as a junior. Come in late as a bit of a lifeline from Brisbane, and just found his way. Really battled through the ranks, and then after missing out last year, it was great to see him get a flag this year.
Especially after all that.
Good
last
club
year.
player too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolute
Very good club player.
icon in Brisbane rankings now.
So unfortunately, will be missed. But obviously, getting Draper in doesn't really change much for Brisbane.
No, they'll be right.
Yeah.
They'll be okay.
That'll be fine.
Alrighty.
Should we go to team reviews now?
It is team review time.
We're on
Now we're splitting this into 3 weeks.
six per week.
6 per week. The first week we're going hard. We've
Yep.
got all of our own teams.
Mm-hmm.
However, we aren't doing our own teams. We're doing one of our other teams.
Yeah, removing the bias
Yeah. Well, not saying the whole bias. Just
to an extent. No,
To
it's
an
not
extent.
fully biased.
As well as
Do you want me to start off?
yeah.
So you can finish up.
So we are also doing 3 Melbourne-based teams this week.
Yep.
Next week will be interstate round, where we have all interstate teams except for Adelaide, because Adelaide is basically footy anyway. And then last week the rest.
Yeah, just finish them off.
Of course.
The rest. All right, I'll start us off. Let's go. I'm excited. I've got Collingwood here. So I thought let's sort of talk about that. They finished 4th this year with a record of 16-7, with a percentage of 122.4. So if you look at the season they had, it was better than the previous season. They played finals. They got there. They won a final. started very hot. Like they probably looked like a flag favourite for most of the season, but fell off near the back end of the season. Probably their major issue with only winning 3 of their last 8 games.
Yeah.
So you look at this as like, was it teams finding them out, or is it becoming an issue with the aging list, struggling in that back third of the season with sore bodies, fatigue, etc., all that?
I'd say it was a bit of a combination of both.
Yeah, it was like when you look at the way Brisbane have found us out this year, the way they play against us. The first time they didn't have it, the second time they did. It was just flick it around and you'll find an opening. But also then the second period was fully matched up with when Jeremy Howe was injured.
Yeah.
That should not be a case. So
your lack of defensive depth got exposed in that back end of the year.
Yeah.
You saw some teams with some big scores on you. The Hawthorn game. It's just one example. So
yeah. So I'll look at the positives that came out of Collingwood this year. Positives, the midfield was firing. Dacos, Pendle, Sidebottom, Degoe when he was healthy, looked great. It was probably one of the best midfield combination we saw all year. Dacos probably should have been a Brownlow winner or at least a Club BNF winner. Got robbed in both.
Darcy Cameron winning the BNF with no Brownlow votes is hilarious.
I think their midfield was strong, and that was probably their strongest point this season. Jamie Elliott as well. I thought he was another standout season he had. And I think re-signing him was a really good get. I think being able to bring him back was quite important, especially since you've lost Mychek. Yeah. I think the biggest positive was you're back playing finals. After winning the flag 2 years ago, they're missing out in finals. Getting back there was important, especially with this aging list you have. To get to where you are, you got to a prelim, fell short in the prelim. I think that's still positive. But let's get to the negatives here. I think the defense struggled to find consistent form as a cohesion throughout the season, especially without Jeremy Howe. I think that was their number one problem they had all season.
Yeah, no, without Jeremy Howe, it was the only time it looked competent without Jeremy Howe was against Adelaide, which is surprising because we normally hate against Tolls, but it was, just disorientated. Yeah,
it was just that consistent form in throughout the season. You'd have one good week and then it would fall off. It just wasn't anything there. Next, I think losing Mychek then as your number one key forward, that hurts a lot. I don't think you can rely on key forward being the number one option of McStay or Membry. It's just not suitable, sustainable. They're a good 2 or 3 option, not number one. So trying to find a replacement for that is going to be a tough challenge considering how hard it is to come by key forwards, and you don't see key forwards move as often as defenders and midfielders. And I think the main negative this season is you went hard on Dan Houston, and he probably hasn't fired as you would have liked, considering the 2 seasons he had previously. So I think if you can get him back to playing his form he was at Port, it would be great for Collingwood as a club, but until we can see that form, it is worrying considering what you gave up for him. But all in all, it was a good season. I think you found your feet again. They looked good. They just need to make sure with this aging list, there's a small window for success. And if you keep going the way, trying to go hard to get talent in, it could have the potential to see a fall off like we saw with West Coast or Richmond in seasons gone past.
Yeah, for sure. That's the main concern, I think, for anyone right now for Collingwood is that if we go too hard right now and we don't have a success option, you'll be screwed. The one good thing we have is Nick Dacos for the future. Yeah. If we have someone as good as him, if we have people as good as
the only thing that you could be worried about with him is if Tassie come firing, but Tassie has to become a team first.
Yeah, and Tassie also has to be enticing enough. I'm sure we can offer him enough to stay.
I think Tassie with $4 million offer will be quite nice.
I'm sure we'll do the same.
It has to be an offer that he can refuse, but I think
that's me done with Collingwood.
Another potential negative one over Collingwood is probably just the whole Bobby Hill situation.
Yeah, it's been pretty negative.
It did, once he went out, sort of coincide a little bit with the drop-off of form. Again, it's not the main point, but that's probably just a bit of a blight in the season.
Yeah. Look, I think once again, the season was more positive than negative, but that 8-game period where we just didn't do anything was just pretty shocking overall. Yeah. But we've found where we can improve. It's just a matter of actually making those improvements. Yeah. Good thing we didn't go for Stephen May. I would have been pissed off if that one happened. But yeah, the forward line's gonna be interesting next year without Myercheck. Obviously a lot to come from. So, look, good year for us, but should have been more. Should have been more.
You want the flag.
Yeah. All right.
Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
You can go now if you want.
All right, I'll stick on the theme going with our teams. I'll go with Carlton. Been assigned to them this season, so you're going to look forward to this one. Yeah, look, Carlton, not a good year. I think that's just very obvious and out there. It was a season where they expected a lot, having made finals the last 2 years, and then sort of loading up again this year, looking to compete. From the start, it was shaky. That opening game against Richmond really kicked it off. Disastrous loss, and then lost the first 4. And from there, look, a few wins in here and there, but never really recovered during the season. The mid-season slump after the bye officially killed the year off. And look, you finished 11th, record of 9-13, 9-14, sorry. A few players going out of the side. Yeah, pretty crap, unfortunately, for Carlton.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah. Look, among the positives I found for Carlton, George Hewitt's year, I thought. He really took a step up. Obviously, last year was a fringe midfielder with the likes of Cripps and Walsh being on top of their form. This year, with those two being out of the side or just having a drop-off in form, Hewitt was the one who stepped up. Became the main ball winner inside for Carlton. Been one of their best users on the outside. And was rewarded by winning the club BNF. So I think his year is a positive they can take out of the year. Another positive in the long run for him as well, with DeConning and Silvani going, is the draft hand they're going to get. Bit of youth into the club, which obviously Carlton haven't had the last few years really, having loaded up for
Much needed.
Yeah, top end talent they loaded up for to look to push for a flag. Youth's gone out, so to have youth coming in, obviously going to get Harry Dean this year in the draft, and then next year as well, Jagger Smith should be back after missing the entire
exactly.
year. That's part
And
of
the year after that, you got Walker.
Yeah, exactly, Cody Walker as well. That's part of my negatives as well. Jagger Smith going down before a game was played with that knee injury. Obviously, so unfortunate to have that happen in the first preseason game and not even get a look.
The bigger thing for me was that the Carlton fans were saying that that was the reason why their midfield wasn't performing. No, there was a lot more than that.
Yeah.
A lot more.
A lot more than a 19-year-old. The negatives I will continue. The lack of game time I thought for Harry Mackay this year. I spent a lot of time out with injury and personal related issues. He saw how big a loss he is really in that forward line, especially with another negative. I've got Charlie Curnow. Didn't perform as well this year, and I think it's due to a lot of Harry not being there to be him. You noticed the difference that Harry or Charlie when he's on bring. Apart from the other ones, look, Sam Walsh again, injury issues have kept him out for the majority of this year, or not letting him be able to play the footy he wants to be able to play.
Yeah.
Slightly worrying for the future because when he's on, but
we haven't seen that for the last couple of years, really.
Injury issues are just mounted up. So yeah, look, it's a few steps back for Carlton, but with an opportunity to go forward with the youth they're going to have the next few years. I think next year's almost a clean slate and just have a dip.
It's also Voss's last chance.
Yeah, next year will be Voss's last go with this group.
And
if it doesn't
you heard at the BNF his speech he gave too. You can see he's not happy with where the club is at. So it's good to see he's at least passionate to where he's at, but passion can only get you so far.
I think that's been Voss's whole thing since he's been there is passion.
Yeah, he's a passionate
And
player.
yeah, the prelim in 2023, you think that's what it can get you to. When the base around it, which you've had to sack a lot of coaches to get there, but the base when it's not around it is just, it's nothing. And this was a fall off of that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
It was steps back.
Yeah, definitely a couple steps back. And look, next year will be very interesting for Carlton. I'm very intrigued by them next year. They are going to have an easier fixture just due to where they finished on the ladder. I think it's a massive opportunity for a playing group to just get together, try and get things right in the preseason, set up for a huge year. And well, look, we'll see what they can do.
That's back.
Yeah. So because it's going to go one or two ways. They're going to bounce back up into the finals,
or it all goes to shit,
contending, or it's going to get worse. So it is a interesting watch for next year.
Yeah. All right. Essendon time.
Bombers time.
Now, I couldn't even rank this season. It's unrankable. It's we had lots of injuries last year, our two clubs. This is something worse. This is like
this is next.
yeah, this was next level.
Yeah.
It's like the plague came through and just took everyone. Record debutants. We are in 2025. It's like 100-year-old record.
Yeah, it was. We equaled. I think
Yeah. So 15 debuts
15.
in an injury-riddled season. The fourth least experienced team this year. It showed massively.
Oh yeah.
Let me go through some stats to Essendon were bottom 5 of. The third worst goal scorers, and tied second worst shots on goal. Fifth worst tacklers, second worst inside 50 tackles.
Yep.
Third worst clearances, second worst stoppage clearances, fourth worst centre clearances. Third worst inside 50 marks, fourth worst contested possessions, worst kick threat in the comp, worst meters gained per disposal, worst shots on goal per inside 50, bottom 5 in most scoring stats, and were terrible in every single defensive stat that was around spoils, one-on-ones, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It was just poor and rated minus 29 versus opposition for team rating. Which just shows exactly what this kind of season was. It was not good.
Yeah, those stats really reflect just the youth and demographic of the team that was out there most weeks, particularly post-bye.
Yeah.
So many like 18, 19, 20-year-olds out there, not with the big bodies like ready to cope with the AFL landscape yet. And yeah, no, those stats really reflect it.
Yeah. And it's only kind of compounded with the Zach Merritt situation.
Yep.
That's been a big stand in the off season so far, and we'll see what happens because it seems to be everyone in the club has an opinion, and wants to have a say. It's probably better off to leave it. So the Zach Merritt situation, Draper being gone as well.
Yeah.
Hurts. Obviously, you're going with Nick Bryan being the number one ruck anyway. That was the situation at the start of the year before he did his ACL. Yep. So it's not the end of the world, but obviously you invested a lot of time in the Draper, and he was a great second ruck and forward for you, like when he was playing up forward.
Yeah, no. Considering we had Draper from when he first got drafted.
Yeah,
to have him, and when he was in his peak, playing injury free a couple of years ago, he looks like one of the most promising rucks in the comp. So
yeah,
obviously it's a big loss,
massive loss. Otherwise, the key pillars of just that didn't work. Gresham, terrible year for someone who wasn't injured. Dylan Shield can make into a team that was half 18-year-olds to 23-year-olds. Darcy Parish still can't kick.
Can't play.
Can't
get in the park.
Ben missed half the year, and when he was in, was pretty average.
I think he played injured the whole time as well, to be honest.
Honestly.
He never looked right this year.
No. Vizentini probably should got some more time. Did play 2 games, but still not enough. And then, just the amount of turnover in that forward line. That forward line, one of the worst in the comp.
Yeah.
So you could say a lot, but there's a few positives. A couple of positives.
Couple to take out.
You were our fourth most effective users. Now, the caveat being that you were below average kick in the AFL.
Yeah.
But what it came to is that you're actually had the second most uncontested possessions. So the ball movement's there.
There's no final finishing product in that forward line.
That midfield can't
It's
get
just
it
as
out.
soon as it gets contested, they can't figure it out.
Yeah. Otherwise, most disposal before getting tackled. So getting the ball moving, and pressure acts around the ground, not in the forward 50. One of the best in the comp. Obviously, shows a bit more that it's younger players trying to get along, but it's still promising that this is happening now when you're at your worst. It can only get better this year coming.
Yeah.
Quick review of some of the games. Richmond round 18. That was the epitome of this football club this year.
That's gonna be one of the worst games ever played, I reckon.
It just shows inexperience, that kind of stuff. And both teams are very inexperienced, Richmond being the lowest. But this was just, ridiculous. Losing the Doggies by a combined 184. Yeah.
That's an impressive stat.
It's a real thing.
But positive, round 5 against Melbourne in Gabba round. Won by 39. Smacked them. Something to grow on because this team has a lot of good pieces coming through. Keeping Ridley after that weird week where he was actually leaving and staying. You can get him healthy for once.
Yeah, he'll be huge. Again, when he's healthy, our defense just looks so much more assured.
Yeah. Nick Martin had a great year when he was playing.
Yeah.
Roberts, breakout year.
Yeah. Second in the BNF, Archie Roberts, at second year.
Great effort for a second-year player.
Impressive.
Catco playing basically a full year as a rookie.
Didn't miss a game.
Look, there's a lot more positives than there are negatives going into next year. It's just a Zach Merritt situation will be the biggest negative if it happens.
Yeah.
This year, it can't get worse. It can't.
It can.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I don't think we will get worse next year. If Merritt goes, we're obviously still going to be down the bottom of the ladder, not contending. But yeah, I think if any year we can say at least half as healthy as what we were this year,
Yeah.
there's automatically going to be more wins there in the bank and more at least.
The only way it can get worse if his Tullamarine gets bombed.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
But also the draft hand that you do have this year,
Huge.
4th and 5th, because
Yeah.
Melbourne is silly. God, I can't wait to rip apart Melbourne. But 4th and 5th, plus you have the 20th for the Draper compensation.
Yep.
Plus you'll likely, if Merritt does leave, get a pick in there, plus the assets, probably in players that are going to be younger. As well as you have just a lot of young players who have shown their potential.
Yeah.
Ones here, Kako, Caddy had moments, also didn't look good in some other parts. Angus Clark, Zach Johnson when he actually played was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Reid actually played good for a year, for the first 8 games and then got injured.
That's the most games he's played in the season.
Yeah. And then you also got some good moments out of players like Nguyen, who had locked down a player.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was, but
Papley.
yeah.
Yeah.
Almost did
I
die
think-
this season too.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
I think with the draft, obviously we got those picks. It looks good, and JP coming through. Adam Swede, big body midfielder. So
Yeah, so exactly what you need.
look out for him. If you're looking at who Essendon's going to draft.
Yeah, but overall this year is unrankable.
Yeah, it's just you just whitewash off your thing. You don't take it into next year. It's not. I think us winning 6 games is not a true reflection of where we were going to be at the start of the year. Because remember, 6 and 4 was where we were at until all the injuries hit in that Dreamtime game, and they kept mounting for the rest of the year. We obviously lost every other game up.
Yeah.
For the rest of the year.
So it's once again, if you lost more games next year, it's still positive because at least it's actually a younger team that's coming through.
Yep.
But this is definitely going to be the worst.
Yeah. I sure hope so.
Cool.
I sure hope so.
I got St Kilda now, so I'm going to try and zoom through this so we're not fucking here for 4 hours. So St Kilda finished 12th, 9th and 14th with an 88.5% finish for the season. It was definitely a rollercoaster season for St Kilda, you would say. Another season where they only really put in half a season of winnable football, and then the other half of it was really much Ross Lyon couldn't figure out what to do with his team, healthy on the park, etc., all that. But we've seen this war chest they've been talking about for years, and it's coming to fruition now, and this is going to be scary what they can bring next season. So let's start with the positives here. So I think Nasai Wanganeen-Miller's breakout season, he's the real deal. He's going to be a top 3 player in the comp for the next years to come. He's an amazing talent, can do everything around the ground. You saw what we did in that game against Melbourne in whatever round it was to get those 2 votes. It was outstanding football.
Yeah, no, you're right about Naz. Absolutely. He's the star that St Kilda have been crying out for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To have that top line player sign up for at least another 2 years when the rounds were going around, he was going to lead the whole year. So, no, that was huge.
I think and then my next one, re-signing Naz, Wilkie, and Windhager, keeping that sort of strong spine core together is massive. Gets them. Wilkie's been so influential down back. He's probably going to be the potential next captain now that Jack Steele stepped down. I think Windhager was was one who was rumored to go heavily early on. He's signed on, so that's another big get. He's a great big body midfielder that they need to help Naz in that midfield. So
One of the best
that's a great
taggers
get
as
for him
well.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so versatile with what you can do. And I think probably the biggest positive they've got is the free agents they've landed so far and are going to land. Already Dakota and Silvani are landed. That brings in, I think it's an upgrade ruck over Marshall.
Yeah.
Silvani brings another key defensive option, plus can go forward when they need. What's probably a great option for St Kilda, considering their forward line tends to struggle at times. And then you look at the projections they're getting: Sam Flanders, Liam Ryan, Lee Kalir. List goes on. They're setting themselves up for a massive campaign next season.
Yeah. Their footy boss, or the guy who's in charge of all their trades and signings as well, has said today they're not done. So
They're looking
I was
dangerous.
going to test how deep this war chest really is, because
It's been waiting. It's been waiting.
yeah,
Yeah.
they've done the thing.
It's been
where
talked for years.
It's you can keep your salary down to a certain percent, and then if you do that for a number of years, you can go over. They've obviously done that move, and this year they're going big, and they're looking to contend for finals next year for sure.
Well, they're definitely contending. They don't. It'd be a disappointment.
If they don't contend with this team,
It's poor.
probably going to be the biggest waste of talent you'll ever see. Besides the Doggies this year.
Yeah, it's a massive risk and all that strategy. You have to succeed, or at least win a heap more games, and be in the race next year with the money you've spent.
Well, they definitely should be.
Yeah, and even then they got the team profile right now is young and growing and getting better every year. So
The signings they've been made though. So Silvani's the oldest signing so far. De Koning's what 20?
And he's got 20, 29, 28.
yeah, Tom DeKoning's like 3 years younger than Rowan Marshall,
Yeah,
and he's probably already better than Rowan Marshall. So
as well.
Actually, yeah.
to get a better ruck who's younger, that's huge.
And Flanders is only 24. Ryan will be what 29.
Yeah, Ryan actually he'd be similar to Silvani, and then legally is only 22.
Yeah, so young people coming through, people who'll be here for 3 to 4 years at least, like at the max, us at minimum.
Yeah.
So it's big.
Yeah. Then you look at the negatives. I think losing Rowan Marshall still is a loss.
It is. For
I
sure.
think for what he's done for the club, if you could have had him and DeConey work together and have Marshall be that more forward option, it would have been perfect. But obviously, he looks for rucks minutes. Geelong are calling out for a ruck, so it's a loss for St Kilda, but it's not too detrimental. I think the biggest negative out of this season for St Kilda is the signing of Jack McRae. It was really a head scratcher when they went for him, and I don't think it's paid off to what they would have expected. I think he's such a heavy ball getter. His first 2 or 3 games, you thought, he could be a really good asset to the St Kilda team. But as the season went on, he really sort of struggled to find an area or position in this team. And I still find to this day it's a bit of a head scratcher, that trade they went for him.
I think it's the St Kilda midfield having a poor year. Like McRae is a cream on top kind of player, kind of like your Zach Bailey. Yeah.
Well, he was the guy who held out Bont there for years. So
Yeah.
he's not going to be never your number one star. I think we may have seen a little bit less of him as Naz really made his mark in the midfield. But yeah, I think the signing last year did wreak a desperation to sign a top line player, or at least attempt to. So yeah, it's not like it hasn't set the world on fire. You're
No.
right.
Yeah.
I think Jack Steele losing his sort of form he's had from a couple of years ago, resulting in him resigning as captain and looking like he'll head out, is a negative. I think for what he's done for the club, to be able to see that the way they're going now and him not going to be able to be there for this successful time, he would be pretty shattered.
Yeah.
But losing, if you had him back in his form he was 4 years ago when he was a Brownlow contender, in this team right now that's going into 2026, would be a perfect addition to that squad. Just couldn't stay consistent enough or healthy.
No, he didn't quite have. Well, he still wasn't terrible. Like he had some great games in the year, but yeah, with Naz emerging and them going, well, we need to retool. It was definitely time to change it around, and the old guard wasn't quite working out. So
Yeah.
And then finally, I think Max King not being healthy, I think that really hurts. They build that forward line around him. We saw what he did that 1 year when he kicked 45 in a season, 50.
He's had one big year in his career.
Yeah.
He's had one big year, and that's really been it. We saw what his brother did this year at Gold Coast, and we know that they're basically identical football players. If you can get a good season out of him where he stays healthy, get him fit, and try and keep him in the park for 19 games of the season, that's a win, and that will set them up for season 2026, what looks like it's going to be a great season with the off-season they've had so far.
Yeah, they're looking to get better and they'll be looking to push back up to the finals.
Oh, for sure.
We'll move on back to the last team I've got. So I've gone for Richmond to rattle them out. Obviously, we all know Richmond's preseason expectations was literally, we don't care how many wins you get, just get the games into the young players. And look, they've done that and they've won way more games than we thought they would.
Yeah.
Telling someone before the year that Richmond were going to win 5 games this year, you wouldn't have believed it. Considering they won 2 in 2024 with a significantly more experienced and older team. 5 wins this year is a success.
Massive success. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Like, we thought West Coast would beat them. Now, we can tell now that wasn't the case, but
No, God no.
it was very much talked about that West Coast would beat Richmond.
Yeah, comfortably. Richmond was almost a showing for the wooden spoon, and look, well, from the start they proved it. Obviously, their best win of the year comfortably is the round 1 win versus Carlton. Great for us in here watching it. It was a good night.
Someone else who's not paying attention anymore.
So I am paying attention.
No, you're on your phone.
Fuck up.
Yeah, so that was obviously the
Long day.
highlight of the year for Richmond. But look, just across the board, getting the games into the young players. Now, they've had 8 debutants themselves. Obviously, no one knew the amount that Essendon had, but to have 8 debutants, including like your number 1 pick, Sam Lawler, Luke Traynor, Tom Sims, Harry Armstrong, these sort of likes. Just getting the games into the young kids and just getting them a taste of AFL experience was huge.
Massive.
Yeah.
Especially seeing we saw so much from Lawler this year when he was playing.
Yeah, Sam Lawler looks like a good pick at number 1. The X factor he provides. Obviously, there's always going to be the dusty comparisons, but
Well, the best game he had was when he had 2 touches, 2 goals. That was a good game.
yeah,
I did enjoy seeing his celebration in round 1 where his
no,
his
no, he got
his danglies were hanging out.
his bond sponsor should be picked up. That's a way to make your debut.
Good musician too.
Yes, that was another thing Richmond did was played musical instruments on TikTok.
Yeah, him and Tom Brown.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
Loves that ground.
yeah, that's obviously amongst the positives this year is the debutants, just getting the games into the young kids, Sam Layla, and then again in this draft because North are dummies, just like Melbourne, they have 2 top 5 picks again,
Yep.
so they will load up again, get some more talent in. I'll speak about a couple of negatives. There's not too many really. Tom Lynch, his suspension he picked up for punching John Butts in the head, and generally was just not a bit of a non-factor up forward, I thought, all year.
Well, when you have 2 key forwards you've drafted that year in Armstrong and Fall, and he wasn't even able to mentor them because he was half time off the field, it's not a good look.
Yeah. Considering what he was getting paid this year as well, he was, I think, the highest paid player in the comp this year
Yeah.
because of our back end of our deal was when he moved all those years ago from Gold Coast to Richmond. Another negative I had was Josh Smiley. He just never got on the park, which...
Couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah, I don't. It was weird. There was no real injury there. He just they just took the really long conservative route with him,
Yeah.
which again could be a good thing in time. But
Well, there was an injury early on in the season that sort of delayed his debut, and then couldn't get healthy. Then had another small niggle injury that sent him back 3 weeks, and just he couldn't find consistent game time or consistent good performance in the VFL.
yeah, like he played a couple of AFL games, but yeah, didn't get his AFL look in yet. We'll see. We're hoping for that next year. That's one of the really negatives I found for Richmond. They obviously had some stinky games, but that was going to be expected.
Yeah, when you have kids running in park.
Yep. Shout out to the game round 21 versus Gold Coast. They kicked 2 goals and scored 23 points. So
Makes up for them beating them.
Quite impressive.
yeah. But otherwise, Richmond, look, they're just going to keep rebuilding. This is what you got to do. Uze's going to stay in there.
Yeah,
Keep this young team building, and yeah, look, just keep plodding along. Again, next year they'll be non-competitive, but as long as the young stars keep getting game time and developing, then yeah, they're going to be fine in the future.
yeah. Nothing really to write home. It's just rebuild, yeah.
Yep. Did it well.
All right, it's time. Melbourne.
This should be abuse.
Yeah.
Keep it short and simple. I don't need you to be abused anymore.
No. Stephen May in 2023 at the Melbourne BNF said, without Collingwood winning the flag, we were so much better than them. From that moment, it has been absolute capitulation from Melbourne Football Club. 2024, after Petrarca's car crash to his ribs, Melbourne were complete non-factors in anything that fell out of contention for even finals. And it all fell apart with Clayton Oliver. Everyone was just having enough. But it all came together. Goody said that they all love each other at the club and love wins football games.
Yeah.
Well,
The pre-season football trip.
Yeah. Well, 2025 happened.
Yep.
Goody's gone. And half the team's leaving. So love does not win football games.
It's a big fire. It was fake love.
Yeah. Melbourne's also lost every game against Collingwood since that quote. So good work, Stephen May. Stephen May was also going to come to Collingwood for a bit. Not going to happen, but funny. Talking about positives for Melbourne, there's two. There's two for the whole year.
What's your positives?
They were best contested against opposition in contested possessions. They were good around the ball.
Let me guess. They got really good contested midfielders.
Yes, well, they're getting rid of both actually. So they're not going to be for long. And the emergence of Langford, great pick.
Yeah,
should have been up there for Rising Star. I think he was second, wasn't it?
He was in the top five.
He was fourth. He came fourth. Curtin came second.
Yeah, so it should have been up there higher. And Cozzy Pickett signing long term, even if he does leave, it means a big draft hole coming their way afterwards.
Yeah, the year Cozzy Pickett had as well.
Yeah,
All Australian season, alongside Max Gorn as well.
Yeah,
positives from on.
Well, Max Gorn's.
I did.
It's just what happens nowadays. Yeah. We expected of him.
I think their young players coming through was their biggest positive. I think they found some nice gems in there. Not just being Langford, but some of the other rookies, can't remember their names, but they looked quite reasonable.
Well, I'm going to tell you some things, right? The youngsters aren't that young.
Apart from Harvey Langford, you're right.
Jefferson's 21. It's his third year.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's still pretty young.
Still young, but wasn't showing much for someone who's been in the system for 3 years. Especially in that forward line. That forward line sucks, and he didn't look like much. Jefferson's 26. Sorry. I can't remember which one. The ball one. Xavier Lindsay's the only one I've seen having a good year, like showing flashes. Because Caleb Windsor had a down year from his first.
Yeah, second year Blues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Daniel Turner had an up year, and Jake Bowie had an up year. Both finally found their role, and Cade Chandler had a decent year. Let's get to negatives because there's a lot.
Be here a while.
No first round pick.
Yeah, stupid.
Traded to Essendon, backing, and fair enough. Lindsay and Langford both really good, gonna be really good future players. But
their only first round pick this year will now be if Petrarca goes in a trade.
Yeah. They, despite being great contested ball winners, they've got the fourth worst for stoppage clearances. So anytime the ball went outside the center clearance, they were awful. They were the third least accurate team in front of goal, which that forward line.
So unsurprising.
Yep. And they were all behind in all stats. The stats actually looked really impressive, but when they actually looked at them versus the other opposition, they were behind basically in every single stat by just the tiniest margin. That explains their whole season. When they looked good, they looked good. When they lost, it was either close or a blowout.
Yeah.
But the real one is all the players that just did not show up for this year. Stephen May, his worst year in Melbourne.
Did he win the reverse Coleman?
I reckon he probably did.
I think he won the reverse Coleman.
But he just looked like he was
most
lost.
goals kicked on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, Clayton Oliver didn't quite take a step back, but at least he's on the field this year. Christian Petrarca did what he could, but didn't show anything towards what he was like first half of 2024.
Yeah.
Jake Lever missed most of the year. Jack Billings, one of the worst pickups I've seen in a while.
He's gone now.
Yep, gone. Shane McAdam, very much a loss in that Neil Bullen trade. Spargo, gone now for free. Van Rooyen did not take a step. Fritsch is going after having a good second half of the year. Actually ended up nearly 40 goals, so fair enough. And Judd McVie, who was one of their better options for utility, requests a trade. Back to Freo. It's so deserving in Melbourne because they got so big for their boots.
I just think you don't like Melbourne.
And
I think it's it. It's a tough situation for Stephen King to come into.
Oh, it's terrible.
Because he's come into a burning house and he's brought a garden, those garden hose sprinklers that you fill up slightly and it pours out for the.
No, he's brought a watering
plants.
can.
Yeah, he brought a watering can. That's what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's brought a watering can to a house fire.
It's a disaster. The only thing holding that club up at the moment is Max Gawn.
Yeah, but his throat is absolutely killing after this year.
He's sick of talking on Triple M.
Yeah, I'm surprised you just didn't include that whole St Kilda game in the negatives.
That was in my rounds.
You know what? They actually played okay for 3 quarters. It was the last quarter they shut the bed.
They also gave it the biggest 3-quarter time deficit in history. So
yeah, that was one of my 3 games to point out.
Yeah, okay.
So the positive for the year, round 11, they win over Sydney. 53 points.
Yeah,
great win.
They come back for a little bit in the season there.
Yeah, that they show like they had promise for a second and it all left. North thumped them by 59 points in round 2. Should have been the indicator for the season.
That's bad.
That's only after they lost it by 3 points to the Giants, who looked like they're going to win the whole thing after the opening round. And then the Naz game. That's what we need to call it, the Naz game.
Yeah. Naz 2 votes.
Once again, competent for a period of time.
Well, more than competent, winning comfortably.
And then just completely shitting to bed.
Yeah.
That's just
was that the game
of Melbourne right now. My comparison for Stephen King right now is he's walking into the West Coast situation that McQualter had, except slightly better off because you still have your club captain that's not had a concussion history. McGovern, unfortunately.
No CTE.
Okay. And they've got Cozzy Pickett locked up long term. And the draft assets will actually be hopefully useful because they will be getting a lot of picks this year.
It's not a complete wreck yet. The house hasn't fully burnt down.
But it's definitely on fire.
Yeah, look, if they'd gone...
The fire has started in the basement and there's a lot of petroleum down there, so it's very careful.
Look, if they'd kept Goody, it would have fully burnt down next year, I'm convinced. So, look,
100%.
Getting rid of him, they had to.
Yeah.
It was about to fully implode, and yeah.
But this Melbourne team might be going back to the Melbourne of old, where they won't be competitive for the next 20 years.
The tanking Melbourne.
Yeah. Because I don't see a world where they can get enough pieces to even look competitive for the next few years.
No, especially with Gawn's in the twilight of his career now.
He's 34 years old.
As good as he is, he can only play for so much longer.
And with that current Melbourne team, I would retire as soon as possible, Max. So
he'll play for as long as he can, but yeah, it's only going to be a couple of years, and you're right. Melbourne are now in rebuild mode.
Yeah.
It's official.
Looking for but Australia looking for a quick comeback. They've got it. Tim Cahill, astonishing. No help whatsoever. Matthew Leckie. What a goal.
There's been plenty of goals banged this weekend in European football. Not as many as Jamie in Street FIFA with his girlfriend, but plenty has happened. And boy, oh boy, what a round of football we had. Liverpool have lost 3rd game in a row.
This is so generational.
It's feeding families. It's great.
It's goated. And last minute winners as well. For 2 of them.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, seeing Chelsea do it in the end. 96-minute winner, and their coach. What's their coach's name
Maresca.
again?
Yeah, he ran.
Maresca celebrating, running down the pitch, celebrating, getting red carded, but he didn't care. They got the win.
Another Chelsea red card. By the way.
Oh, it's a streak. The streak's alive.
One of the guys I'm working with, he's a Chelsea supporter, and he was losing his mind over it, and it was hilarious.
What does he think of Steven?
Steven.
He said he likes him.
He likes Steven.
He's
yes.
a good young talent. I mean, 18 years old and he scored the against Liverpool.
He is going to be one of the best players in the world in a few years.
Yeah.
So
Steven.
Still.
John, you must be very happy after United's performance on the weekend.
It broke time. We went forward an hour when Man United had a competent play. So it was actually good. We actually played like a regular team.
No, you're embracing being a mid.
You had a competent goalkeeper for once.
Yeah, no, we're back now. Lemons has genuinely saved. Well, I've been complaining about it for weeks now. Lemons has saved us.
Yeah, no,
He actually looked so good as well. That was the issue.
they're embracing being a mid-table team who's really good at home and really bad away, like those sort of teams. The Prem, they're really embracing the.
It's better than last
your
year.
8th to 13th sort of position in the table.
Well, last year we couldn't win a game at home, so this is a nice change. Oh,
Yes.
you must be enjoying the fact you're top of the table now.
Yeah, we were sort of obviously with Liverpool losing, sort of walked our way into there. But I think Arsenal's chugging on fine at the moment. A couple more 2-0 wins, obviously, during the week in the Champions League against Olympiacos. And then standard 2-0 win against West Ham. That was a battering. Could have been 4 or 5. Didn't put the chances away, but again, you just got to get the wins on the board at the moment, and 2-0 puts us top. So,
Well, you're only 6 points in front of us, mate, so we're coming for you. Hey, how's the gap down there?
I was waiting for this to happen. Oh,
it's a seriously
2-0 loss to Newcastle.
yeah, it's poor.
Expected it. I expected it.
What's
I think. Go ahead.
what's up with Ange?
I reckon he could break the record for the quickest sacking in Premier League history. The record is 40 days. We're at 22 already.
Well, he lost to Midtjylland in the Europa League.
Yeah, at home.
Yep, I watched that one live. I was quite sore.
No win. That's 7 games.
He's gone double
yeah,
07 as a manager.
it's getting worrying times. Somehow we're still not in the in relegation. What's
That's
crazy?
There's some generationally stinky teams,
Yeah,
and plus
Wolves.
Nuno was good at his job when he was there.
I'm well aware.
Yeah.
Um,
Who's overtaking him? That'd be hilarious.
But yeah, this could be our next game is against Chelsea. What will be interesting?
You're getting beaten.
I'll definitely be watching that. I'll definitely be watching that with Matt. But yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Interesting times. We've got an international break now, which sucks.
No, can we go back?
Yeah. I don't like international.
You know what starts this week. Actually, we'll talk about this as well. Even though there is international football, the Australian Championship starts this week.
That is true.
It does, yes.
Can't wait to watch on the camcorder.
I can't wait to watch Marconi Stallions play South Melbourne round 1. Feeding families.
I saw a good explanation of like all the groups. It's basically either ethnic rivalries or boosted up, or actual competent teams.
That's why they're only putting camcorders, because they're scared that the camera's gonna get fucking broken.
Probably.
Yeah, high chance.
High chance. Now on the weekend, Australia Cup we were talking about last week.
Yep.
We went there to try and spur Heidelberg home.
Yeah. Part of the solid crowd that showed up to Lakeside, actually.
Yeah.
There's a good atmosphere there.
10,000.
Yep.
7 minutes in, we thought it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Heidelberg headed home a goal, which was absolutely jammy as shit.
Yeah. It's the scrappiest goal I've ever seen.
And then they decided to defend. Newcastle broke the door down pretty much 20 minutes later, and then it was scrappy from there.
Yeah.
But Newcastle unfortunately won the Australia Cup.
3-1. 3-1 in the end. The boring result happened.
Yeah. It was a good experience though being there. Lakeside is so funny to watch football at.
Yeah.
We should go watch more Lakeside. We should do vlogs at Lakeside.
Well, we're on the hill.
Yeah.
There's 2 hills. So it's in Adelaide. It's got 2.
We're on the more tame hill.
Yeah.
By the time we got there, the Heidelberg fans had overtaken the hill nearest to the entrance.
Yeah. Whereas the other one was a lot more quiet. But the Newcastle fans that were there,
yeah, they had a bait to themselves.
they were annoying. Otherwise, the whole stadium is just so funny to watch at though, because you could definitely have an A-League team there at that point.
Yes.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
It would be elite.
Overtake us, that's what should be playing there if it's a Melbourne team.
Heidelberg.
Yes.
Willie, what are you doing?
Drink her own urine and lick the floor.
Why on earth are you brawling in the streets before the game even starts?
So you're somehow not number 1.
You're just massive.
Melon.
Welcome to another Melon the Week. That's it. I'm changing it around now. It's week.
Melon of the week.
Yeah, Melon the Week.
What's a week?
I don't know.
It's a week and a week.
It's a week and a week, you know?
That's just weaking.
Strip melon. There we go. Welcome to Strip Melon of the Week.
Let's go.
Let's go straight into it. We don't need to worry about this anymore. Starting off, Craig McRae. I love him.
You calling him out?
There's a point when you need to think about what you say. Now, obviously, you want to make a joke about the fact that Nick Dacos did not win the Brownlow because he kind of got robbed by a few bad calls. But at the same time, who cares? Anyway, he makes a comment about Nick Dacos needing a few more 16 disposal games, dig at Matt Rao, to win the Brownlow.
Yeah.
He didn't win our best and fairest. Darcy Cameron became one of the only 8 players of all time who have won their best and fairest without getting a Brownlow vote. So, Craig, I know Collingwood coaches love intercept marks. Darcy Cameron definitely wasn't our best player of the year.
No.
He was up there, but he wasn't the best player of the year. And maybe just wait to say something about something like at the end, not the start, when you can get this completely blown up in your face.
Especially when Fly's
That was very funny.
Fly's whole mentality is like be like a winner, act like a winner.
Yeah.
That's being salty.
Yeah.
Especially when Nick doesn't go on to win your BNF.
Yeah.
Quite funny.
Anyway, you're a big strip melon, Craig.
He is a melon. Who's up next? Want me to go?
I'll go next.
Okay.
We've got Michael van Gerwen, the darts player from the Netherlands, from Deutschland. He's come out a story that he got in a fight in a kebab shop with another potential person. First of all, why is a darts player getting a punch on in a kebab shop?
Yeah, not math in that one.
Yeah, I don't know what he did, but good from that. Good from that.
Something like that. He's a bald man, so he gets angry. But that was he really didn't do much. He just got in a fight in a kebab shop. So yeah, you're a melon.
Yep, he goes in the melons. I'm on to the next one. Back into the world of football. The Ballon d'Or voting.
Oh,
We all know it's can be a bit controversial this year. It wasn't leaked this year actually. Fabrizio didn't leak it.
or Real Madrid.
No one leaked it this year, but the votes come out about where they finish from 1 to 30 of the nominees. Some of the ones are just so stupid. Rafinha had 59 goals and assists last season.
Yep,
Come 5th.
that's good. That's good.
And that's the main one I want to point out from the top 10. Because the actual winner is they got right. Dembele was the rifle winner.
Yeah,
But some of the other ones they've marked it's just more in the they release each person who voted their finishes. Just the bias is hilarious.
the best one.
Such as no, I'll go through one. So the representative from Egypt, Salah number 1.
What shot?
The funniest one is the Scotland one.
Yeah,
Can you guess who we put number 1 in Scotland's for the ranking of the Ballon d'Or? Out of all the nominees?
John McGinn.
no,
John McGinn.
better one. The better
John-
one.
No, the other Scottish guy.
Nico Williams.
No, Scott McTominay, you idiot.
Ah,
Yeah. Apparently Scott McTominay was the best player in the world.
He was. What do you mean?
Shut up.
He was Serie A MVP. That means everything.
Yeah, what a league that is. The Ballon d'Or voting for just the absolute bias and just how funny it is with everything that goes on each year. That gets in the melons once again.
All right, Stone. We'll head back to you.
cool. My mate, Mr. Marinakis, Evangelos.
For the 4th time.
He's
in a
here
month and a
again.
half.
I don't know why he keeps getting in here, but he does.
Because he does stupid things.
I've never seen a man look more grumpy and not smile over a managerial decision who he thought was going to be a great decision in my life. He just he's just miserable. I don't know how more to explain it.
Well, he's contesting their loss in the Europa League, so
Is that what's
he
happened?
complained about it too.
He complained about the officiating.
Oh, Marinakis.
He's done it again.
We
He was also in the stands at the Arsenal Olympiacos game, which I found funny. Because obviously he's
can you sack an owner?
No, he literally owns you.
He
Yeah, I
you
wanna
can't say
sack
that.
him.
You're getting held hostage now.
Yeah, apologise.
Anyway, he's a melon.
Okay, ignored.
Move on.
I'll go again. We're going to move into the WNBA world. Has obviously had a lot of media over the last year and a half. What's probably the main reason when you think of what do you think of when you think of a WNBA, Ethan? Who's the first player you think of?
Caitlin Clark.
Yes. Caitlin Clark? You
Yeah,
all agree?
Caitlin Clark.
Her performance across college and coming into the WNBA. It's been a particular reason for this taking off. As we have come to find out, a lot of the players and associates with the WNBA seem to not like this.
They get
not want this to be the reason that their league is getting big media.
very jealous.
Yeah.
Faiza Collier has had a say on this, talking about Caitlin Clark. Her quote, direct quote is, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform WNBA gives her, she wouldn't have made any of those dollars.
Oh, Colleen.
Direct quote from Nafisa.
No, you wouldn't have this. You wouldn't have any money you get money, but you wouldn't have as much money right now as Caitlin Clark has brought to the league.
Right,
She's
the
quite literally-
collective bargaining agreement is at its highest now for the WNBA because of her and Angel Reese.
Yeah, she's quite literally the cover athlete, the face of this league. It's just some of the things that get said is just ridiculous.
The egos that league has is worse than the NFL.
Oh, way worse.
Yeah, it's horrid.
Only Tyreek Hill could outdo them. Anyway, it's not number
He
one.
should have
though.
been in Melons this week.
No, he
What?
can't. His legs snapped backwards.
His
Anyway.
leg looked like a 7. It was 6'7".
Oh
Ah,
my
shut
god!
up.
Finish this so we can get rid of him.
All right, to get this out of the way. Now, this one's the first one that's towing the line in a long time.
Do we have another one?
This one's definitely forever along.
This is bad.
So
God.
this one's a bad one, but I couldn't ignore it. Andrea Carvalho-Ata. Now, she's not an athlete or anything, but what she's done has affected the sports world. So she has become the main suspect into an alleged stabbing of and murder of her husband, Volta de Vargas Aita, who is a bodybuilder in Brazil. Basically, it's believed that she stabbed him 21 times in his sleep when she was convinced he was having an affair, and then stabbed again as he tried to crawl away. That's all alleged, obviously.
Allegedly. Heavy on the allegedly.
These all hit the jugular, head, torso, arms, and legs in a horrific attack. And this was in the Brazilian town of Chapecó. So congratulations, Chapecó. So it's pretty gruesome. There's also a video of some of the evidence. It's crazy.
There's video of it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not going to show it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'll go watch it later.
So it also, the local police alleged that Carvalho had obsessively stalked her husband since March, trying to find proof of his infidelity. So holy shit.
The line has been found.
The line has been found. What on earth? I think
Just death.
I'm going to take a bold take on this. Murder is bad.
What a bold take.
Thanks.
I know I'm only here for the bold takes, but murder is bad. I think
Did you say bold or bold?
Both.
both. But what the hell, Andrea? What the hell?
Yeah.
This is allegedly really bad. Murder is bad.
Don't do that.
Don't do
Murder
that.
is never good.
No.
Anyway,
We've reached the end.
we've reached the end. What a week.
Yeah.
What a week.
Nothing.
Silly.
Hey, something important is on tomorrow too.
What is that?
Have a guess, Jonty.
No, what is it?
What is it?
No, have a
No,
guess.
no, now that you brought it up, bring it and say it yourself.
Yeah, no, I think it's the 7th tomorrow.
Yep.
It's a Tuesday. I've got work.
It's my birthday, dingus.
It's his birthday.
Oh.
He's turning 34.
Hey,
No. He's turning
No.
94. His grandchildren are going to come celebrate with him.
He's
Oh, no.
He's turning 23.
23. I'm joining your age, Jonty.
It's fun, man.
Leave me alone.
If you want to celebrate,
Jimmy,
you
you're
can
still-
at 5.
You've still got time.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to celebrate having numerous.
All right, we have to.
Look, just beep that.
No, I'm joking. What? I'm not going to be doing it. No, I'll
I'm
enjoy
gonna
myself
send
tomorrow.
that,
Whilst
I'm gonna send that clip to your mum.
I should love it. No, I'll enjoy myself. I think where am I next weekend? Actually, too. That's a great question. I think I'm in an interesting place actually next week for pod. I think I'm in Mount Gambier.
Oh, God.
Oh, what a place!
On the border.
What a place!
What a place!
I'll go to the swimming hole.
You should go to Nelson. Nelson's
To
right
the what?
nearby. Nelson. It's a great place.
Who's Nelson?
No, Nelson's a place, dingus.
All right. We're done here. He's delusional.
Anyway, I'm John Tipero.
I'm James Isles.
I'm Ethan Stone.
Stay Nuffin.